Hey Aries, this is Veritas Malefica with a general reading for the super full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces on September 17th and 18th, 2024. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, not a personal reading, so not all of the messages may resonate specifically for you. If you are looking for a personal reading, I do offer them on a limited basis. The information for how to book that is listed below in the description box. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I got a phrase as I was starting to connect into the Aries energy, and it is the calm before the storm. So let's see what's going on, because when there's a storm involving Aries, boy, do I not want to be a part of it. Okay, yeah, Five of Wands coming out in reverse there, a little bit of fire happening, but not quite movement yet. I knew that. Down to the last card, I knew it was going to come out like that. Okay, so definitely some endings showing up for you. We have the World. The word synthesis. I'm wanting to say synthesis, though. Like everything is happening exactly how it's supposed to. And like this is the end is the beginning, and the beginning is the end. If like this is getting very cryptic already, but I feel like everything feels like it's supposed to be going this way, and it's like you're not surprised by it. It's like, okay, and kind of taking a step back and looking at it from a higher perspective. That's what I'm getting. Like you see the macrocosm in the microcosm. And you see that this little thing that's going on here, it makes sense when you put it in that other perspective of that other lens. So it's not necessarily a rough ending, but it's not necessarily endings are never easy. Cool. So, and yeah, we have the Star here in reverse, the Five of Wands in reverse, the Hermit, and the Seven of Pentacles coming out sideways here. So kind of how I'm seeing that is that you had some things come to light. You had some conflicts that you were able to deal with and navigate. It's just you had this idea in mind and you put a lot of work into it. You put a lot of effort and you put a lot of your own inspiration and spirit into it. And it just didn't quite pan out. Like it just sort of fizzled. I think you're still working on the project, but what I see this is mostly like the other parties involved in this didn't show up and weren't the right match. And it's time to move forward from that. Or there's something you've been working on that you've been really like, okay, this is it, this is it, this is it. It's time to shift gears. And it's time to look within as to like, how do I shift gears? How do I change this around? Because it's not quite where you want. Like it needs to be revisited. Yeah. Wow. Interesting. There's an element of disappointment here. Like somebody, I think it's like, again, like I said, the connections with other people that are involved in this. It's someone else influencing this did not show up in the way you needed to. And the advice is to look within. Look within for the answers. Look at your own divine inspiration and stand up and be in control like the Aries that you are. It's always that fire sign energy. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. And it's okay that it didn't work out in this previous thing. It's like you're not going to be derailed by it. It's just like, all right, it's time to close up shop and move on in a different way, because we were not able to get the things done. We were not able to have the harmonious scenario that we wanted to happen. It's not going to pan out. Let's get more on that Ace of Cups in reverse. Disillusionment. We see the truth for what it is. Two of Cups came out in reverse. So this is just confirming for me that it's this is like an emotional or a connection with others that didn't pan out. Yeah, somebody else kept all their cups to themselves. Somebody else had their own selfish aims in mind, and they did not have the group mentality. They did not have the slow, steady, capable. They were not able to communicate. They were not able to create effectively with others because there was too much infighting, too much arguing, because all they cared about was their own selfish aims. Disharmonious. It's all about me, all about my aims, my things, selfishness. That's what I'm getting from the vibe of these two cards together in this particular context with that Seven of Pentacles crossing. Now, the card that I see on the ground, let's see if I can grab it without knocking over the entire table. And I saw it from over there because it was face up. It's the Knave of Wands, or the Knight of Wands. So for me, this is speaking up about it. This is you seeing it and taking action and looking like, I'm going to listen to spirit. I'm going to listen to my intuition. I'm going to listen to my intelligence, to my intellect, to all my senses, and I'm going to make a change. And I'm going to take action instead of just sitting here in this thing that is not going to help in any way. Let's get a bit more on the Hermit. Wow. Yeah. You're going to move slowly in this next phase, but it'll happen when it needs to. Things won't happen because there's still conflict involved. There's still a lot of conflict involved, but you're able to navigate it, and you're not going to get caught up in it. You're not going to let it bring you down. You're more about action and, oh, what's the word that's coming to me on the tip of my tongue? It's not going to come to me. It's working with others, collaborating. The word's not going to come to me. Strategizing. You're going to strategize your way out of this. And you will be able to handle the conflict. You'll have to move through it slowly and with intention, with a grounded purpose, and don't take anything personally. But I see that that's what's happening. It's not like I don't need to tell you this, like you're already going to do that. So that's good. And then just handling this on your own while leaving this other person out of it and tapping into that fire energy, that starter energy, that solo energy, that I can do everything. I've got it. That's what's going to bring in the fire of the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands, of getting a new project started, getting that Knave of Wands up in there, and bringing it around again. There will be decisions made. There will be actions taken, and you'll prevent a crisis from happening. You're going to prevent a crisis from happening. Queen of Wands coming out again. Yeah. This character, okay, that's what it is. This is going to take some time to get it to, this is what the advice is. This is going to take some time to build because we had that Seven of Pentacles crossed here. And now we've got all the pentacles around the seven. We've got the 5, we've got the 6, we've got the 8. So we'll get there, but it's going to take a lot of physical work and hardship. So, making this judgment call, avoiding this tower, and taking the action is going to take a lot of strategy and work. So, you're not just going to breeze right through this, but it's time to put the head down and work and get through it and get to the other side. The end is the beginning and the beginning is the end. So, there's going to be a lot of wake up calls, a lot of turbulence around this, but you have the energy and the strength to meet all of this. And it will come to fruition. It will bring monetary success. It's just going to take quite some time to do so in a balanced way. That's what I see. It's going to take a lot of work to undo what occurred before and to move forward into where you'd like to go. So that's what I've got. I'm going to leave it at that, Aries. That was very intense. And yes, I will see you at the next lunation.